Yeah. So welcome, Maheshwaran sir. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are so glad to have you here. Um, Good evening, everybody. My name is Bhairavi Naik. I'll be the moderator for today's session. So before we begin today's session, I would like to give a brief introduction about what today's session is going to be about, and also let you know a bit about Maheshwaran sir. Um, so So today's session is going to be about AI implications on infrastructure operations, where Sir will be talking about how can we go about exploring AI's role in network, Citrix, endpoint infrastructure, etc. Um, Maheshwaran Sir is the Associate Director, Digital Workplace at Verizon. He is a technology leader spanning 20 plus years of experience across emerging tech, enterprise networks, infrastructure, platforms, and engineering. He's a result oriented professional with a passion, deep experience, and uh, uh, solving complex business problems to robust, scalable technology solutions. Sir is proficient in harnessing the power of technology and people to deliver outstanding business value and outcomes. He has his finger on the pulse of leading edge technology to influence creative force behind the next generation digital first features. He's a highly motivated risk taker with an analytical mindset, having an uncompromised willingness to identify the best approach to get things done. He's a strategic thinker and always a believer that helping people must be a part of success. He embraces digital adoption with a data driven approach and mentors up and coming tech evangelists about their corporate social responsibility initiatives, which is exactly why we are here today. So, without any further ado, let's begin with the session. Over to you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bhairavi. Thank you for a wide welcome. Thank you. So thank you once again. Good evening, all. Um, if my screen is visible, if my slides are visible, Bhairavi, you are able to see.
Yeah. The slides are visible, sir.
Right. So before I share with you what I have drafted for the next 1 hour, wanted to give you an assurance on the path you guys have chosen, which is like at in every home around you, like there will be engineers at home, right? There will be engineers who is done with civil, mechanical engineers. Then if you just have a glimpse of them and see, like it's been evolved over the period of time. For 100 years, it has been stable, and still there are opportunities in this area. While we take IT, it was like evolved from last 30 years, and then within the IT, if you see the AI, we are talking for a decade, and Gen AI, it is couple of years, it is right. So if you think in that perspective, so how much long way to go? So where you are at the starting phase, right? So for that's the assurance which I wanted to give, like future is ready unless we start understanding it thoroughly. It made AI, made the domains which you interact with it from the AI, but the understanding is the key word. Like for understanding, clarity should be there. With that clarity, you get the understanding, and with the understanding, you get the confidence. With the confidence, you will be able to be successful all through your career. Right? With that, we'll talk, like we will go into the in the slide and start. Before the pretext of AI, it was all like putting the rows and columns, and for getting the results with the statistical way. And early years of AI focused on the symbolic reasoning and rule-based systems. The attempt was just to represent the human knowledge using the statistical methods. AI then shifted to the machine learning approaches where the patterns to patterns from the historic data, meaning in the nutshell, it is predict and detect what's happening on the AI. And AI ops was a derivative from the AI. It is the correlation of the information that provided on the AI, right? And more towards Gen AI, it is the next level of AI where the remediation is also suggested. Okay, so this is all about the AI, but just in a nutshell, AI is AI provides the inference, and then AI ops on the top of the inference, the correlation has been there, and finally the Gen AI, it gives the remediation for the correlations. So if you ask me the question where it is all, AI is, it's in everywhere. Already in the essential areas like education, health, and agriculture. And on the growth side, it is on the financial or robotics, etc. But what we are going to talk us all are we are opening the gates about the infrastructure, right? Infrastructure operations. So here, I just wanted to give you an analogy. We start from what is there in your hand, the phone. In the next 3 slides, we'll ensure that we will keep it very simple and understandable, and you understand the very high level basic products on the infrastructure. Okay, so as I said, we start with the what is there in your hand, which is mobile. On your mobile, you make calls and chat, right? So it takes the network, the base technology, which is ensuring the wireless connectivity is happening. You are able to make calls and then chat. For that, the network is there. That's the one of the pillar which I have mentioned here. And when you chat, you upload, download videos. That has to be stored somewhere. It relates to the storage. Then, while you have connectivity to the apps today, a lot of apps are there. In few apps, you will be able to make it very straightforward, easy, simple, and it get delayed. While it is getting delayed, meaning the right load balancer is not set. And finally, the servers has not been fine-tuned. So just I set the context here with these things, but while summing up, I'll let know what makes the real benefit. Okay, so I'll move to the next slide to start with the network. Just give me a second. Yeah. Okay. So on the network, if you see infrastructure domain, it will look like it's a big world, right? But basically, I try to put that very, very simple format where you will be able to interpret what we are trying to say. So the analogy here is try to put a transportation network where the transportation, specifically the railways here. We walk from our home to or walk or take any transport to reach the metro station and MRTS station. So in this station, if we take the road, right, that road is actually been placed across with the network cable or wireless Wi-Fi AP connectivity. While we go to the MRTS station and the metro station, we put that one across another because MRTS station is, MRTS train, which will be overcrowded, our MTC buses, and it's not all structured and it's not AC and so on, right? but the flip side of the metro, it is all AC, and then it has all the comfort which is there inside. Okay, so what is that? It is related to the downside, right? Which is we put across a hub for the MRTS versus the switch for metro station. Why? Because this hub, you have 100 ports, but again, you will have one single collision domain where it will be slow, there will be packet loss, it will be errors. It is the analogy with the MRTS station. The other side, if you take switch, every port is a single collision domain. So where the traffic is uninterrupted and the errors possibility is less, and we'll be able to seamlessly interact. Okay. Now we talked about intracity. Now, while we wanted to move to the intercity, the traffic need to be moved from the intercity, we have to go to the station, the central station, and then we need to take a route to either Delhi, Mumbai, we want to go to Hyderabad and so on. But the pathway there will be very less. But how it is been accommodated, it is been accommodated by the switching the railways, which actually take care of that without any issues. Same way, we have copied that mechanism inside here in a router, which is there is a switching capacity which is happening to ensure whether you wanted to go to international, you wanted to be within inside city or outside city, which it can be taken care. This concept is called the routing the traffic. Hope you guys are clear with what the network topics are, right? So it starts, overall, like we will any officers, the devices will be same. The sets of devices which is in place is same. Depending upon the number of size of the office, maybe 10,000 to lakh, the model make where the difference will be of the CPU, the processor, the backplane processing. These will be of bigger size. But otherwise, if you go to any infrastructure, you will see only all these things which are very key for making a network set. Okay. Hope you guys are able to understand, interpret what we are trying to say. If you have any questions, kindly put that on the chat. While in the end of the session, I will try to answer all those questions. Okay. The whole idea to get this, to simplify it down to make you all understand, because I know for sure that you may not be from the similar domain, right? Okay. So we'll move on to the next slide. So far, as I mentioned, we talked about the network, but we will talk all about the storage or the load balancers and the server in the upcoming slide. So we are going to talk what is that we spoke about the network and how the AI is improving our customer experience. So we are going to see the how in the real life with for an office environment, how it is making difference, and then for a open area like stadium kind of stuff, how it is making difference, what is the latest to the latest statics which is happening. Okay. Before I go on for the quality of a live stream within an office environment, like if we approximately take a 10K in an office environment, and the quality of the live stream. Before I go there, what I want to say is everyone has an FB account. Hope everyone has it, and you have a DP in it, and it will be a picture on top of it. I want to just relate to that, right? That picture, it is a very much improvised version of what we are, right? Why so? We took utmost care, put extra filters and extra filters to get that. Okay, right? The other side, in your Aadhaar card, you will see a different face altogether. It will not be there what we are. Correct. Okay. So when we take utmost care to get the filters on, to get the improvised version, a picture, a JPEG itself, right? So what we are doing here with the live streaming, it's a lot of things are there, like the resolution, bitrate, or the frame should be taken care, and video audio signals has to be taken care. The speed, reliability, capability, compatibility has to be taken care. So for which how AI helps, right? We need to have the previous year's data, and now the environment is for an office environment is all hybrid. Hybrid means like working from a remote and working from office. We need to have the stat of what the numbers is of rocks. So with that, we will be able to alter the node both externally and also internally. What we say is externally, the internet pipe, which we Tata Bharati are providing, and internally it is their own network. They set some valid, QoS, the quality of services for video, what is the percentage it has to be within the pipe, what is the pipe percentage it has to be, and audio, what should be the limit. Approximately, it should be 60-40. And the 60 is the 60 is your data, and then the 40 is the video and audio, right? But for this live streaming, we will go we will ensure that the QoS has been peaked to upskill, to ensure that that is giving certain bandwidth to the from the data to video. Likewise, in externally with the ISP, there is an opportunity, the CBR, which is the committed bus rate, which can be, we can go up to that point. Like, you have 300, 400 Mbps, then we will be able to increase that to 1 gig and so on, right? If that CBR is already there. End to end, we for that even for a particular day, we will be able to bump up the bandwidth to adopt and accept the flow. That is one, and then to ensure the stream is successfully thrown across to the audience for enhance into the customer experience overall, right? This prediction has been holistically done by the AI. Okay, so I'll move on to the other side, like which in open ground, which is happening, that India Stadium, which I can take myself as a reference. I had gone to the IPL and the MEA Stadium at least 4 or 5 times. I have been there, and if that is particularly if Dhoni is there, it's a full capacity of 50,000 seats have been filled. First 1 hour to 1.5 hours, I will not be able to do an upload download facility. I believe, like keep it honest, like you will also face the same thing. And the flip of the other side on the US, and we ourselves an ISP provider in domestic side. So we provide 30, I think 30 for this year, the international games services which we have successfully without glitches we have completed. Like only thing is, like in India it's a 4G is we matured in 4G, but again we are maturing, started maturing, we are into the roads in the 5G. But in US we are all got settled with the 5G. And 5G, what is the difference is, like basically it has an inbuilt AI, and the AI will ensure that the AI powered 5G will ensure that though there is a crowded stadium with the thousands of peoples, or upload and download is happening, but seamlessly with the millimeter wave, it will be able to have a better coverage. That's the, though it is meant for giving a better bandwidth, and rightly pacing with the AI technology, with choosing the right transmitters while on the movement, it will be able to provide a better coverage. And then by identifying the areas where we have to set the, other than the transmitters, where we need to, we see the black holes, we will be able to set the repeaters and mobile hubs to ensure that ensure that the people are watching the game, and also sending the live videos, and then texting, making calls without any hindrance. So this is all fine, unless and until, like, unprecedented crowd is there. When the unprecedented crowd is there, like, which happened on recently in the OMR PCR, there was an Rahman's concert, right? And it was unprecedented crowd was there, and managing that will be in chaos. But here, I will take a live example here in US, which happened within this week, the Spear event. The Spear Arena, the world's largest video screen, which is spread across 15K square meter. And here our CEO vendor and he himself did the testing. And when the whole crowd was there, still he was able to get the success in our in the 2.1G. But where others were not able to make it. It happened in Las Vegas. So this kind of successful and seamless customer experience can happen with these AI predictions and AI ops implications, right? So basically, what we have to do is, like, the first thing is to identify the issues and solve the problems. Second, when we try to enhance things, we simplify it with the automations, which we got it from the AI ops. Finally, have a framework where for the unprecedented, and where Gen AI will be handy and helpful. That's the overall inference here. Move on to the next slide. Okay, so in this slide, I believe, like, on the recent Apple launch, like the 15 series, this is Lulu Mall's pick. Hope you guys would have seen this, and in the videos there was a lot of videos around, and this is on physically people were able to be there on the line. But if you can see that what it would have happened on online. So today's world is online, and in the online, approximately it would have been in 80K hits or lakh hit per hour would have happened. Got it, right? So, okay, here, the top half, I just put the telemetry of what are the things which is related. This is going to be same and similar across any organization. So this will be a user hitting the DNS and the right DNS, and then the load balancer near it, reaches to the nearest load balancer, and then that reaches to the front end servers and covered up by the backend servers and storage to achieve the actual hit. So what is all related here? We spoke about the online hits, but how we are able to manage it up from the on-prem today in AWS or in the Oracle, any service providers, right? Who have the capability, the AI inbuilt capability to see the load and auto scaling on the auto throttling is been already set in their systems. So if the servers are on-prem, which I'm going to talk, like, when the load balancer are hitting above normalcy, like, 80% above, then there will be a trigger to auto upscale the servers. And subsequently, we will be able to provide the servers which is required, and then we can also scale up with the storage arrays equivalent to the proportionate equivalent to what it is of the servers which is adding. So when we all speak about the requirement focused, what it is, if at all the unprecedented role hits are happening, like today, we'll be able to see in which area we are able to get the hit from the previous history, like Apple 6 launch till Apple 15. We will be able to understand what are the areas we are getting, what is where, which are the areas we get the highest hits and so on. But the you know in this format, like, if there is an a anomaly is detection, the unprecedented code is detection, then Gen AI will really help in this, and able to upscale and the network which is there. It can be software defined network which can boost up the network, and subsequently it will be able to provide the service uninterrupted. So, and that's the mechanism which we have. And last 2 years, we didn't have any hit during the Apple release. Okay. So, if you see, first thing is you will be very strong in the AI, but that said, the domain understanding should be more important. Otherwise, we will be needed an BU guy to help us scale through that. Likewise, for the domain expertise, we need to know, we need to have the emphasis in the AI part. Otherwise, they will not be able to achieve what they are looking at. So the main success and the results would be exponential if you have understand and are aware about both AI along with the right domain knowledge. That's my my advice. And when you have both, you should be able to exponentially grow. And for this, the base will be the understanding. So first thing is how a network operates in the infrastructure piece. What is network? And within the network, what are the things which we saw? The switch, router, and then the routing, right? And the connectivity. That's the base thing, and it is going to be there in any infrastructure, Infosys, CTS or anything which is there on. They will have the basic infrastructure of this. And also what they are talking about the server, where it will be implemented, and what is they are talking about the load balancer, how it will be implemented. This is a simple math. This is a simple logic, elementary, which you have to understand. These are the simple things which, if you start learning, it will take a lot of time, okay, to get that understand. But if you know this, where it is rightly placed, and how it is actively helping us in the live environment, then for you it will be easier for while you have the orientation, while you have the understanding, you will be able to understand the bigger concepts which are on the way. While you get a project in this, or while you are working on a project on IT, then you will be able to easily understand. You won't be hesitant to take the project. You will be able to get that thoroughly, easier way. Hope you guys got that, all what we speak. And if you have any questions, and then before we move on for the questions, I will say that the some of the AI terms that I have used today, combined with some basic understanding of the machine learning works, right? It will be a powerful foundation for developing the next gen concepts and understanding them. So that's the inference I wanted to take and give it to you. With that, any questions? We'll move on. I'm
If anybody has any questions, please write them down in the. So we have people raising hands. Can we have them ask their questions?
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yes, Himang. I think the host has muted everybody. Mahesh, sir, could you please unmute?
I think it's unmuted.
Okay. Yes, Himang, could you please unmute yourself and ask your question? Okay, Rishabh.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, hi, Rishabh, you're audible.
Uh, Good evening, sir. Sir, I have a questions related to the field of AI that you are just emphasizing that the AI will help other technologies to grow. So, as a point of a career point in the view of a career, what should I do? Like, should I do a master's in AI? Because every job or every uh, company I'm seeing, they need at least a degree in master's for being a data scientist. Or should I do a degree in master's in another core degree such as bio or electrical engineering? Because AI will help other fields too. So what should be a better choice to do? Or I really need a master's, or I can join the field of AI without a master's degree? That would be my question, sir.
Yeah, Rishabh, right? Thanks for the question, Rishabh. So the point is, as I mentioned, in my first slide, I will go back to the first slide. So the when you have the knowledge of AI and then also a domain knowledge, basically the domain knowledge, it's not about since I have the 20 years of experience and then I need to have that all the 20 years of experience and then only you will be able to step into the IT world, and it is not absolutely not the case. So for me, if you ask, I completed my all my experiences with the infrastructure, but I did my certification for AI for the leaders, and then for the Gen AI certification alone, and it took for me 1 year, I think so. So this really helped me to, and I took that, which is not the whole curriculum. I took only the AI for the leaders. So for me, I need to understand whether the right modeling has been placed, whether the error ratio can be tweaked more to get the better value, and so on, right? So that's where I will look at. So your passionate area you have to look at, and where seamlessly, like if it is with the IT or with with the healthcare, agriculture, the passionate area you have to look at and spend time to get the nitty-gritties and get to that level, you will be able to scale up. That's the thing which I can suggest for you. So it's not mandatory to get the degree and then you will be able to get it. By basically, I'm civil engineer and from NIT, and where I'm today, it's all entirely different, right? So the evaluation, it went on because of my passion. I started my career in 2000 with doing a CCNA then, and then I moved into the head of, the DW head. So this is the passion, it all drives. So Rishabh, so if you choose that area and get the right certification to it, and then I think you should be able to get success in your life. Hope I answered that.
Thank you so much, sir. That was my first question. I have another question too. Sir, as I'm seeing the job scenario of over the AI or the development of AI, I am seeing me as me is in a two role. I want to be a tech evangelist, or you can say DevRel. Uh, I want to work with the communities to make everyone aware what AI can do. So what should I do to become like that? Because I want to be in a position where I can make contact with the communities. I can also manage people, and also I can work on the field of tech too. Like I want to be a managerial thing too, as well as on a tech field, and want to work with the communities to make an awareness towards the AI and the growing fields. So if you can help me about it,
Definitely,
thank you.
definitely, Rishabh, I will try to answer that. So I, in turn, it aligns to where I am heading towards. So for that, little, this question itself is an asking about the leadership thing. So leading from the front.
Yes,
So
sir. Yes, sir.
one,
In the
one
leadership.
is you do for yourself, and then you want a community to follow you. That's a great thing. What I do is like, any certifications, like, for first 4 or 5 certifications, which I had done for last 5 years, I can say, from the SDN NFE or SRE, and also on the Gen AI and AI, right? So these certifications, I ensure that I do it first, and then I ensure that my team takes it, and so that I will be able to mentor them and share my knowledge and the challenges which I faced, so on. So though that will be very comfortable for them, and the gliding light in the tunnel for them to walk through. That's what I'm saying, doing. And for that, I have to do my passionate area. Unless and until we are not passionate, we will not be able to understand it clearly. And if we don't understand it clearly, the ideas will not come. Without ideas, we will not able to scale up. But the other side, if you get the understanding clearly, you will be able to get a lot more ideas, and you will be able to get a lot more solutions. And people watching you, inspiring, get inspiration, motivation, and then they will start following. The followers will start growing. Rishabh, did I answer you?
Thank you so much, sir. That was all, and thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rishabh, for both the questions. Back to you.
So I guess we do have 2 more people raising their hands and a few more questions in the chat box. So just ask those two to unmute, and then we'll take those questions in the chat
Sure,
box.
sure, sure.
Yeah. Abhishek Nishad, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah. Hello, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. And thank you, sir. Sir, I just know how to use AI in our coding life. When I do coding, then I just go for, if I have any doubt, any question, then I just use AI. Sir, that is good or not?
Yeah, so of course, that's not at all a bad, right? See, you have to start faking until you make it. That's the concept. You try
Yeah.
to fake until make it. Then once you are there, then automatically you will be starting your own concepts, your own codings. That's that. First step is very important for anything, Abhishek Mishra, right?
Yes,
So,
yes, sir.
then once your first step is crossed, then subsequently you will be driven to the next level in coding. And I'm very comfortable, I confidently say that you'll be able to make that success.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Suchit
I have
Sharma.
got one doubt. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry to disturb, but like I am not able to find the raise hand option, so I thought that I will just unmute and speak.
Yeah, all right, Gaurav, go ahead.
I have got one question, sir. Like AI is not now progressing nowadays, but uh, will it be like in the coming future? It will be taking over all the jobs in our country. So basically, is it important for us to do a course in AI, or will it work if we are not doing some courses in AI like Chat GPT? We are using it and we are getting everything. So basically, I want to ask, like, do we have to do some specific program for sorry, specific course for AI so that we can use it in a better way?
Yeah, so basically, I mean, you are from what background? If I ask this question, sorry. Sorry?
Sir, I am just asking, like, will AI be taking over all the jobs in future? So basically, in order to make it secure, like, I'm saying that in order to make it secure, we must do some program in that, or like some courses we have to do that so that our future jobs are secure a bit.
Yeah, so my answer to that is AI will not take jobs. So if AI reduces certain areas of job, then it will give that resources to do some other better job. So AI will that's the straightforward answer to you. But instead, it is expected to reshape the industries, creating the new roles and new opportunities while augmenting the human capabilities. When you reduce certain areas where AI takes the job, but it is really reshaping. It is not taking the job, it is reshaping. The people will be better skilled, and the newer opportunities and the newer roles will be created. And uh, that's the straightforward. It cannot take all the tasks which a human does.
Like we can see, like, most of the times, if we need to ask something, or if we are researching on some things, so basically what we do is just Chat GPT or some other softwares AI based. So it has made our life very easy. So in future it might be a risk for us, that in the business concept we can think like some companies and all, their job might be like they don't want humans because they can't perform that much as Chat GPT could perform, and it could give a better structured answers.
Yeah, so for you, I can give you some small example which I will take. Today, there is certain tools which has been created to schedule block rooms in a collaboration tool. So if and also release appropriately with connected back to certain sensors. So imagine, it is given certain parameters to book the rooms and also to release the rooms. And if a person is there inside, then it will not book. I mean, it will, no one is there, then it will release the room. Okay, so it's a conference room, and the conference room booking, it is allied to AI, and it has connected back to sensors, which is going to give the data. And finally, decisions are made dynamic to release it. So what happens is, when a person enters, I mean, no one is coming because of certain delay. All the 5 members or 4 members on that call has not turned up. That room's booking is released. So if you see, there can be an alternative for that, but it cannot go totally, overtake what a human is doing today. That's one. The complex decision making still it is with us. It is not. It is not with the AI completely, or the human interactions, right? If you see, still people see, like, it has more ethics, and That's how we are looking at. The evolving roles may, we have a lot of AI integrations as well, but thoroughly, if you see, it cannot take all the humans what they are doing today. Got it?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So one of the questions asked in the chat box is how generative AI can be used in cloud or database.
Yeah, so this is the same thing which I mentioned to you, on my first, the third thing.
Okay, so
Cloud, and then what was that second thing?
cloud and so just a second, I lost the question. Um,
Database.
yeah, sorry.
Okay,
Cloud.
so let me answer that in the cloud environment, right? Which I absolutely we will be able to use AI in the cloud. So one is I will take the same example what I had, mentioned here, but again little detail. So upscaling of server which I mentioned here, but here the upscaling has two things: one horizontal upscaling on the cloud, and then vertical upscaling. The horizontal upscaling is like adding more servers to cater to the load, but vertical upscaling is like adding the CPU, memory, and storage. That really gives a better performance. This is how we will be able to handle the cloud. For the cloud, I'm saying the on the scalability side in the AI interpretations. On on the database, it is about the securities, which really the automated data of our organization and the predictive analysis and the intelligent querying which can be done. That all makes the data accessibility very data accessibility and data decision making very easy. So overall, if you see the it will enable for the intelligent querying, and it will ensure that the decision making with the database is great.
So another question is for developing AI robotic. For developing an AI robot, should I have the required knowledge of electrical and electronic engineering?
Okay, so then it doesn't it is not required basically. As I mentioned, right? I came up in different stream and then moved to different stream. And why I am doing this to get my understanding in all the perspective. That's how I moved to this AI. So it doesn't need on the basic of for the robotics. It needs electronics or say no electrical engineering.
So there are two questions which I think are quite related to each other. One is how to approach for internships at big tech companies, and second is how much AI knowledge is needed to get a job in the AI industry.
Yeah, so internships are there in all the, most of the companies, and in our organization was also there earlier. But now I'm not sure, but we have to closely watch and get the influence from the HR. And I am sure more organizations like TCS and HCL, they are also doing it. But we need to get connected and get more informations on the first question. And the second thing is like, specific course, like, it's not very specific about AI. So as I mentioned, it's very related and specific to me. I chosen that AI for leaders, but this the if you go to Great Lakes or if you go to IIT Metros, like they will have a curated already and very core, very course which shoots all, which can understand the any and every domain. So basically, we are going to have a big data, and then how you clean the data, and then how you visualize and start interpreting. This is will be the base of it. But if you ask me, it should be the AI of you can choose for the you are passionate like AI for health or business, or AI and data science, which it can really help.
So another question is importance of AI in the agricultural sector, and how important is it in this sector growth?
Yeah, definitely. It is really transforming is what we are reading and watching in the YouTubes. In the I see it even it even the forecast the productivity. I mean, it increases the productivity as because it gives the thorough insights on the the pest controls and on the resource allocations, and it is keeping informed to the farmers on the mitigating the risks and increasing the real efficiency in the production, food production. So there is a productivity analysis productivity analysis and the insights which it is giving on reducing the wastage of water and improves the real sustainability. That's the those are the areas which really agriculture is getting productivity.
So you had promised us 1 hour of your time, and we have already crossed it. But would you be comfortable with taking a few more questions, because we do have a few more participants raising their hands?
Sure. I'll definitely accept, and I will answer that.
Okay, sir. So Suchit Sharma, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good evening, sir.
Good
Sir,
evening.
I have a few questions. Sir, is our degree enough at the current stage, that the way it is designed, the contents of it, is it enough for us to get placement in such companies, such sectors?
Yeah, see, I told it very clearly that you need to choose the. I mean, I will take once again my background. Like I did my civil engineering. I moved into networking, and then into the AI, which is the trend currently, right? But go really with your passionate, which is the domain which you prefer, and also align with the technology trending, right? That is going to get you a job for sure. So basically, you need to have a thorough understanding of what you are done, and if you are being questioned, you should be able to answer it. And what you can do, like if you have a lot of ideas in that area, you will be able to articulate it well. Then observably you will be able to make it.
Sir, many of us have interest in various different fields. As in, I am doing my mechanical engineering from a government institute, while also pursuing my BS degree from IIT Madras. Now, since I have interest in both mechanical and in computer science, will it be good for me to choose one of it, or find, like, if you draw a Venn diagram, find some intersection point between them?
See, you yourself have an answer. So you made me answer very easy. So first thing is like as I mentioned, you will get new ideas in your own domain. You have a domain expertise, and you have how a model is being chosen, how the error ratio, and how the as process to the value, how you can fine tune the error ratio, right? That is you will understand. Once you understand that, then you will be able to make inroads. You will be able to make certain innovations in your own domain.
Yes, sir. So, with many of the industries going automatic and using deep learning and AI, as in the latest example was a few years back, Tesla getting the hype it got. And if we go dig a little deeper, we find aircrafts and rockets. Uh, let's see the recent landing of our rover on moon surface, Chandrayaan 3. I think it also used some form of a learning code or something, so that he, in the last seconds of landing, it retargeted its its landing site. It changed its landing site. So many of the technologies are using deep learning and AI. Will it be good for me to completely change my field, as in I find some new field which is using AI, and at the same time some of the concepts that I already know? Should I take that risk, or should I just wait and let my current current qualifications grow?
It's about, I told it, right? The passion drives you. The key is passion drives you. Okay. And for as you mentioned, latest technology, how things are evolving, right? You touched upon the Chandrayaan also. So in my demo, I mean, in my presentation, like I had one word called the spear, right? It's talked about the spear, and when the spear event was successful, it was not because of one technology. It is because of a network. It is because of the AI, the deep learning, and it's all about all the technology, right? So it's not about one thing which happened, one thing made it successful.
Yes, sir.
You, you know,
Actually, sir, sorry to interrupt you, sir. Sir, Mike, I think I was not able to explain my question very well enough. My main question was: should I take the risk or should I not take the risk?
yeah, see, I will adjust, I will advise you to follow your passion, okay, and chase it.
Yes, sir.
One, because A is just a technology, right? It's not the destiny. So you follow your passion and then chase it, you will be able to make it.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So that's the answer for you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Thank you.
Shubham Kumar, please unmute yourself and ask your question. Okay, Reba Chandrasekhar, are you there? Please unmute and ask your question.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're audible.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Shubham, please wait for a second. Let Reba
Sir,
ask his question.
so is DSA data structures and algorithms is necessary to do deep learning algorithms? I didn't find any uh,
For
DSA.
some reason, Sabha, I get some, deterioration in your call quality. I don't know.
Okay. So how much AI and ML knowledge needed to get a job in AI industry?
So as I said in my, while before completing my, note, thing is AI cannot go it oneself, and the domain knowledge will not be able to make it oneself. And if at all you wanted to go exponential, you wanted to get a very high standard job, then you need to have both the things, like AI as well as the domain knowledge will exponentially will make it grow.
Do we need to work it on our domain knowledge while we are doing this BSc? Do we have to decide any domain knowledge? Or
See,
It's like
I
banking and
sorry,
mechanical.
you can repeat your question again.
So do we need to prepare with our domain knowledge also while doing this bachelor's degree on data science? So
See, the proficiency in relevant programming, right? And the languages like Python is typically required to understand. People start with the scripting, but I will say that the proficiency in relevant programming languages like Python, and then more advanced roles may demand deeper expertise. But for entry level of AI job, the foundation in understanding on the AI, the concepts clear, the machine learning concepts clear, and the proficiency in relevant programming languages should be sufficient to get a job.
thank you, sir. So
Shubham, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello, sir. Sir, my question is, that is it is a degree is more important or skills is more important in in this field?
Sorry, I am not able to make it. So is that the degree important, more important, or
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 skills.
skills?
coding knowledge, is it? Sorry.
So he asked if degree is important or are skills important to get a job in this field, I guess.
Skill is important. Okay, both is important. So let's see. So for you all guys, all of you, I'll say this. In the beginning itself, I said clarity in what you learn. Clarity in what you learn, that gives you better understanding, right? So if you have a better understanding of the concepts, it's not about even Cisco keeps examinations. What he tests is, he tests for the concepts. He doesn't test for the theory. In today's highly technical field like AI and the degrees, the formal degrees will be for the initial opportunity entry, but additionally you need to demonstrate what you understand, right? What you understand from the skills which you learn, that will be the combination of this will be and also the continuous willing will be the winning formula. So you need to know thorough understanding of the skill, and the degree will be the entry part, but uh, you know it will give you entry, but the thorough understanding will be helpful. But continuously you need to learn to, and then it will be a winning formula for the success.
Sir, means that the degree is only important for applying jobs.
Yeah, so but if you have the degree, what I'm saying is I will correct it. In the degree, you need to, what you need to study, you the fair that also you need to have an understanding rightly, and then on the additional skills which you are doing, if you have the connected understanding, then that will really help you uh, uh, to get a job. That's the thing. Though everyone asks you the basic requirement which they put it, like, they put certain criteria, right? They ask for this PS degree or BE degree or with that they will ask you. But again, they will, if you go deeper, they will ask you the concept. Are you clear with the concept? So your understanding and expertise in the coding, and then the Python or anything, any programming language and so on. That would be the ask. Hope you got it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, would you be all right with taking 3-4 more questions?
It's already 6:15, right?
Yeah, right. It is already 6:15.
Okay, so if not, like, if there is some questions, I can also answer
Sir,
you
please
back.
take my last questions, please. One
Sure, sure,
question.
sure.
Sir, as an undergraduate with a passion for cybersecurity and finance, how AI contribute to secure financial systems and what skills should I have developed to enter in this field?
Yeah, so really the cybersecurity, the area where the AI is yeah, really doing great there, as because it is helping the cybersecurity professionals where it was all the scripts and manual earlier. Now this is really creating an revolutionary in the finance system, right? Really the fraud detection or the algorithm in the trading, improving the real efficiency and reducing the risk, okay, for the user. So that gives the confidence for them in sharing. Also, people are using this. So predictive analysis and the machine learning really enhance the credit scoring. Okay, so the real assistants are chatbots and virtual assistants also there. If you see in HDFC also, they have bought in bots and virtual assistants in their key sectors. That is really enhancing the employee experience. Not only that, but improving the efficiency, not calling to their toll free and getting the assistance. That is improving the efficiency, right? Hope I answer. And also in long way, it is helping the cybersecurity for fraud reduction. It is helping. Okay.
So, but what I want to enter in this field. So, what are the initial skills I should have for the
Have you
upcoming?
in the cybersecurity have you already done certifications? Have you gone through some videos, audios of that? What are the things it is needed? Like
No,
they
sir, I don't know where
yeah.
to
So
do.
yeah. So the
Please.
basic is um, you know they predict the anomalies in their in one office setup or an organization. So predict, detect, which AI does, right? So whether the tools which they have possess the right versioning, because if the n-1 versioning is there, then it is I mean it says n-1 version is there, it is okay. But again, even the version is not updated to the level which is expected, then it invites for vulnerable mispractices. Okay, so these things and the cybersecurity fundamentals is the one which it can speak all these things which I spoke now. So see to it that the something on the cybersecurity frameworks, cybersecurity tools, and then the cyber security certifications, which is Security Plus and so on, right? So if you can start with that, and it will give a better picture about what are the standard practices, how is it you make a organization compliant, and what are the how the OS hardening is done, and what is the version making control is happening, and so on. So this, what are the things which I spoke, this will be there in that.
Yes, sir. So, suggest me any course or any institute is providing. So, I don't find any degree that is institute is providing in cybersecurity. Please help me in that. I am unable to find.
Yeah, so a couple of things which you can look at. One is Security Plus and Cambodia so Security Plus. Then you can search for CH. Okay, CH is Certified Ethical Hacking. Okay, and when you are done with that, that those are basics, and it doesn't needs any prerequisite.
So
So
all that are available on YouTube or something.
yeah,
Where
you'll definitely it's all available. You just search, you put type search CH,
okay,
you'll
okay.
be able to get it.
Sir,
Components
but I
plus
don't have any certification. No, I will skill, but who will give me job?
no, sorry, I didn't get the last one. What I was saying, like
No, no, I can learn the skills from YouTube as you are suggesting, let's see it or something. So
that's great.
where, yeah,
Yeah,
great,
see,
but at the end of
today
the day,
the lot of tutorials are available, white papers are available. You will be able to search for it, you would be able to get that, and you should be able to utilize it to get there.
okay,
There
so
are a
but
lot of materials available.
at the end of the day, company will ask something certificate that you are qualified with this, you have right skill. I am asking some esteemed institutions which will provide. I can learn skills from YouTube or, but they will ask no.
No, see, certification, end of the day, you need to do the CH certification. You can learn, but end of the day, there is a certification you have to apply for, and you need to complete that, examination to get that. It's
Okay,
not
okay.
about only learning. So you have to do the certification as well.
Who conducts these exams?
See, it's
Government.
no, it is been done by the Compatia Security Press.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All the best.
Um, to all my fellow students who've been raising hands for long, I'm so sorry. We already had a lot more questions and took up more than 20 minutes of sir's time. I think sir has answered a wide spectrum of questions. That should also answer a lot of your questions. And if not, I think sir would be comfortable if you ping him on his LinkedIn. Sir, is it all right?
I think that they can ping me directly on the LinkedIn.
Yeah. So please ping him directly on his LinkedIn if you have any more questions. For today, we wrap up today's session. So, on the behalf of IIT, I'm so
Just
grateful.
one thing I could say. So
Yes.
I'm more than happy to help anyone.
Hmm.
If you don't hold back with your questions, any question is not a bad question. You ask me, I will definitely try my best to help you, support you, and provide. So that's the attitude which I have, and definitely I will try answer you and make you all try to make you all successful. So as much as
Thank
possible, I
you.
will help you. Okay, so
Sure.
please don't hesitate to hold back to ping me, Maheshwaran Shanmugam, on the LinkedIn. Maybe today, tomorrow, any day, you can ping me and
Yes. Yeah. So if you have any questions, please ping sir on his LinkedIn. He'd be more than happy to answer your questions. Thank you so very much, sir, for giving us a lot more than 20 minutes of the time you promised us. We are so grateful that we could get such a nice session from you. You answered a lot of our questions. So on behalf of IITM, I would like to thank you. Thanks a lot, sir, for joining us today.
thank
Thank you,
you,
sir.
Bharvi.
Was
Thanks a lot. Okay, thanks a lot. So happy evening and all the very best for your future. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, sir.
See you.
Bye-bye. Good evening.
Thank
Bye.
you, sir, for such a
See you.
fruitful session.
Thank you.